silver harp and Erdrick's token. That harp will be exchanged for the Staff of Rain, and all those items will be traded in for the Rainbow Drop, which will allow the runners to enter Charlotte Castle, home of the Dragon Lord. They'll also fight enemies one at a time to gain experience and levels to get stronger, as well as gold to purchase weapons, armor, and items to help in their quest. And as far as what is randomized, we'll get into that as we go along here, but we are underway. Our racers are going to check the chests and see what we've got in them. We've got the fighter's ring to get things started, also some big bucks, and the obligatory magic key.
And looks like we started with return spell, so they'll get to keep that key.
Yes, which will certainly open things up here, as they can use it to more than likely first head to the back of Tanagel Castle and purchase more keys, and then raid the treasury.
Yep, that would be the thing to do here, and maybe they'll get something good in the treasury. Also get to find out what's in the basement of Tanagel Castle.
40 points to level 2 as far as the experience goes. Highspirits already working on purchasing keys. And Amazing Ampharos noting in chat that the Fighter's Ring is low-key pretty solid early, as the Fighter's Ring adds 2 attack points to your total.
I get a chance to see what was in Tanagel basement there. It looked like either Swamp Cave or Garen's Grave.
It was definitely a cave that Highspirits opted to nope on out of.
And there's the sword. So that will get them off to a quick start.
And we also have a torch, a couple of torches. Ooh, and a Wraith Knight with fire.
Yeah.
Dragonwood breath.
Oh, and magicians who hit really hard.
So I think you're a couple of seconds ahead on me here. You got you are the creator of Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I guess you do have the inside scoop on a lot of things here.
Yeah, I guess so. I might be a little ahead of you, I guess. As long as I'm not ahead of the stream, that's all that matters.
Indeed. Highspirits is going to encounter a ghost, whack at it for 9, and get hit for 8 back. And the ghost is taking out Highspirits early. Now, one of the enemies, one of the monsters in the beginning 3 zones of the game, the zone around Tanagel Castle and the zones directly north, south, east, and west, is guaranteed to have 5 hit points or less. It will also not attack very hard, so the less hit points our players lose when a monster attacks, kind of like the Droll on Lord of the Synth side. Oh, wow. Well, hitting an excellent move for 33 shows that it isn't necessarily that one. But the more likely it is that it's that low HP monster, but the challenge is determining which of the 15 potential monsters it could be.
And even with the sword only doing 1 damage to the Drolls, so must have some pretty high defense.
Now, of note, because this is Dragon Warrior Randomizer, what's randomized, you may ask? Ooh, well, the map, of course, the overworld map, the treasure chest and search spot contents, as you saw, we already got the Erdrick's sword pretty much right off the bat, as well as the town and cave locations, the weapon and armor shop locations, or contents, I should say. The order of spells learned are racers are guaranteed to learn all 10 spells by level 16. Also, the enemy locations and their spells and abilities are all shaken up. And as an added twist for the Chaos Tournament, also randomized are the weapon and armor prices, the enemy statistics, the strength, agility, hit points, experience, and gold, as well as the amount of experience needed to go from one level to the next. Plus, there's some pretty nasty stuff going on with the Dragon Lord, which we'll get to a little bit later. Meanwhile, Lord of the Synth has found the Mountain Cave. And we're going to see what all is in there as they look for the various search items, as slime taking out Highspirits. You've got an herb and a scorpion with Hurtmore, and that's going to shorten the travel of Lord of the Synth down the cave.
Indeed. Looks like they've yet to find the wet noodle monster so far. I keep trying this droll. I don't think they're going to win this fight.
Well, that's knowledge that Lord of the Synth has that Highspirits does not, is that Lord of the Synth is able to get a critical hit on the droll and still not able to take him down. As a Demon Knight with Hurt taking out Lord of the Synth. Now, in reference to the wet noodle, that is that easy, or at least low hit point monster, because with low strength and low hit points, it pretty much is, as soft as a wet noodle for the most part. And wow, a one shot on the Magician for 193 and 17.
Yep, guess he got the Magician before it got him. So that will give him 3 levels. And 3 more spells. Sleep, heal more, and repel.
Ooh. Highspirits hitting hard on a Star Wyvern, but not quite taking it down. And Lord of the Synth is just going to go for these for quite a while here. They'll more than likely get him up to level 5 at least. Oh, 19 power. And it does. It gets him to level 6.
Spirit's taking down a Star Wyvern, but not much there for him.
And now finding a cave.
Yes, and the Wraith Knight sends him home.
Another level for Lord of the Synth.
Yeah, so he's off to a pretty quick start here. And those magicians just have it in for Highspirits.
Oh, and he's running from them, is Highspirits. He got the jump on him once, and oh, wow. Little does he know that if he just takes a swipe at it, it's a one-shot at this point.
The Demon Knight, however, is not.
No. And Lord of the Synth going to give another try at the droll, now hitting for more than one at a time, hitting for in the teens, and takes him out.
And gets a level. No spells with that level, but a little bit of a boost on stats. Oh, and Highspirit's taken down by the Magician's cousin, the Warlock.
Oof.
Just having no luck here, even with the sword.
Lord of the Synth, meanwhile, back in Tanagel Castle, getting his magic points refilled and kind of using that as a 0 gold in a sense, even though it takes a little bit longer. And is going back to that cave to the northeast.
Yep, that's Mountain Cave.
That is the Mountain Cave. And up to NG, the sword was in the treasury. There was they started off with the spell of return, and they were able to keep the magic key. They also had some gold in the throne room that allowed them to purchase more keys, and immediately went to buy more keys and get the sword in the treasury, along with a couple of torches and the cursed belt.
Oh, and Highspirit's still not finding anything he can kill.
As Lord of the Synth taking out a slime for 234 and going up to level 9.
Yeah, looks like those slimes only have about 4 hit points, so Highspirits runs into one of those, he could take it out as well.
As Lord of the Synth taking out a Magi Wyvern, as well as a Red Dragon.
Red Slimes, however, a different story.
Ooh, And Wolf Lords are pretty tough as well. Two-shotting Lord of the Synth for 47 and 50.
Wow.
And Lord of the Synth not too far away from the next level, only another 148.
And there he is. He's just got it.
Gets
Looks like he got himself the spell of hurt. And Highspirits finally getting a level here.
taking out a Spectre.
Well, he has a sleep spell, so he'll be able to use that to his advantage.
He's going to try to sleep. Oh, sleep attack. Okay.
Yeah, those warlocks hitting pretty hard, so he wanted to put him to sleep to take him out. Quickly finds out they're not worth it.
And Lord of the Synth going to put a Magiwyvern to sleep. So far in the mountain cave, a couple of herbs. Make it a trifecta. And some wings.
Magiwyvern with some baby fire. And the sleep spell.
Oof.
Ooh, and they hit reasonably hard.
Highspirits going to give a try to the Green Dragon. And Lord of the Synth noping out of that battle. Highspirits not having a lot of luck finding plentiful experience monsters in the early going.
No, not really.
I mean, Green Dragons for 47, Star Wyvern for 10, Spectre for 34. But he does go up another level to level 4.
Ooh, and taken down by the Green Dragon. Didn't have any more magic to put it to sleep.
Yeah, they were some light resources. Oh, and just as Lord of the Synth Healmore is another sleep and fire.
Ooh, yeah, just an epic battle with this Star Wyvern. Or rather, Magiwyvern, rather. And Highspirits see Sharlock.
Gonna do a little venturing, yep, to the north and east. Oh, and Magiwyvern almost taking out Lord of the Synth. Just to get put back to sleep again.
Wow.
And Highspirits taking down an Armored Knight to get to level 6.
Yeah, looks like he is slowly catching up here. And the final chest, some big bucks.
So even though it's close by, the mountain cave not proving very fruitful.
Yeah, nothing much useful in there. A few herbs, which are kind of handy since they can't buy any yet. They haven't found any towns, so that could come in handy.
And even at level 10, Lord of the Synth, not having the spell of Outside, has to take the long way out. Or not having enough MP to utilize it. An 11 experience for a werewolf.
Oof. Yeah, he does not yet have Outside, so he had to walk out. Ooh, 22 power on that level.
Nice level gain for Lord of the Synth. Up to level 11.
So that puts him at 75 strength. He's getting close. It might only be a few more levels till he has at least the strength to fight Dragon Lord.
Highspirits, meanwhile, finding the Tablet Cave. And Smashy, yeah, the blue slime giving 234 experience, and they're easy to punch. And Highspirits is going to find some bucks in the Tablet Cave. All this money and nowhere to spend it yet.
Now, Lord trying to hurt the treasure chest. Doesn't work, so he just opens it.
So Highspirits going out and doing a little traveling early on. And Lord of the Synth going to head back into the Tangential basement.
And we'll see what this cave is.
Smashy in chat. Lord of the Synth trying to get the preemptive strike on the canna box. Oh, and we've got Swamp South.
Yep, so he'll go through here, and well, it looks like he's going to do a princess rescue.
Ooh, not a bad play early on, depending on... And he encounters the Guardian, the Golem, who just runs away.
Golem is not in the mood today.
Bravely brave Sir Golem.
Dragon Lord did not pay him enough for this.
Wow, and Wraith Knights with Dragon Lord Breath and Heal More. So apparently the False Guardian is Lord of the Synth able to get away. And Lord of the Synth finding out about the Hurt More that the Scorpion has. As Highspirits, gets hit with Wraith Knight, Dragon Lord Breath.
Indeed.
Every time you run out of hit points and go back to the castle, you lose half your gold.
It's like he's going to try his hand at Swamp Cave.
Okay, and in getting a peek at these spells, I did see that they do not have Outside as of yet, even at level 11 for Lord of the Synth.
But Princess Gwaelin embraces thee.
But without the ability to cast Outside, now it's a matter of being able to survive the trek out of the cave.
Yep, there are some pretty dangerous enemies in here.
Because if you die before taking her back, she just goes right back into her locked spot. So when it comes to survival, getting out of the cave, but thou must.
That Golem just really not wanting to fight today.
The Golem's just like, man, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. I got called in last minute.
Somebody jammed gum in the locks.
Highspirits, meanwhile, getting to level 7 just as Lord of the Synth gets to level 12. So Lord of the Synth going to take Gwaelin in, and that will help for a couple of reasons. One, once our racers find the town of Cantlin, we'll be able to pretty much immediately utilize the coordinates to find out if there is an overworld item and where it would be. Much easier to do with Princess Gwenlin's love, as High Spirit finds the Stones of Sunlight Cave, the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave, which has wings. So High Spirit's doing a lot of exploring, but not finding a whole lot, at least in the early going.
Yeah, not anything he can use yet, anyway.
Well, in terms of the major items.
Right. Yeah, he's found Charlock, but that'll help later, but it doesn't do him any good right now. Aside from that, he hasn't found much.
We found a Rogue Scorpion for 104. And Lord of the Synth punching out another Magician.
Oh, and there's another level for High Spirits. Put him up to level 9.
So not too far behind, as odd as it would seem, considering that there was roughly about a 5-minute differential between getting the first level, or first level up, I should say.
Yeah, Spirit's not too far behind. This could still plenty of time for it to go either way.
And this might be where experience comes into play, as High Spirits, well, no pun intended with experience, but High Spirits, more accustomed to these races, has been in a tournament format like this much more so than Lord of the Synth.
Yeah, not only that, but he is an avid speedrunner of RPGs, so should have plenty of practice menuing.
And Up to NG noting, yes, no quest items found as of yet. No, we're still looking for the Erdrick's token, still looking for the Stones of Sunlight, still looking for the Silver Harp. And quickly running out of places to find him. Oh, as High Spirits finding out that the Wolf Lord hits hard. And finds out the hard way, as sleep had no effect, and just as No Towns noted, well, Lord of the Synth finds the town of Cole.
We're gonna get something interesting, maybe?
I'm going to check the search spot 4 steps south of the Baths, and finds Erdrick's token.
Yeah, probably not what he was hoping to find just yet, but it'll come in handy.
And now over to spend that hard-earned money with a very cheap silver shield. Normally 14,800 gold in the vanilla version of the game. Just a whopping 141 gold. I know I was premature on the last one, but I think this might be the Jim Perry sale of the century.
Yeah, DW edit. The seed opened up basically because they started with the return spell, so they could keep their key, and the sword was in Tangel's treasury, so fairly easy start for them. Although High Spirits had a bit more trouble than he should have had, but he finally got going.
And Lord of the Synth selling the Cursed Belt to get over the 1,000 gold mark, and it's going to purchase some chainmail. So now already with the best sword in the game and the best shield in the game. And Lavkian, you are correct, as High Spirits going up to level 11.
Ooh, and there's a Wraith Knight again for Lord.
High Spirits meandering through the mountain cave. Gonna stock up on herbs in a very dubious fashion.
And lucky for him, the Wraith Knight not feeling spicy right now.
And Lord of the Synth finds another town, and it's Cantlin.
So he can get the coordinates here. Let me check the armor shops first.
See if perhaps there's another deal.
Ooh, Flame Sword for 51, but they don't really need that.
Nope, and already have that silver shield. Hopefully looking for an inexpensive magic armor. Realizing, oh, I've got my last key after this here, so I think I'm going to have to hold off on that whole purchasing armor thing. Ooh, and a full plate armor for 11,638.
Wow. Not going to be buying that today.
Nope, looks like the chainmail's going to have to do until Erdrick's armor's found.
Yeah, there's still magic armor somewhere. I haven't seen how much that is yet.
Ryu noting in chat that it was in coal, and that was also 5 digits.
Oh, okay, yep. So yeah, looks like chainmail until Erdrick's is found.
And Highspirits is going to find good old Sixtown, Breckenary.
All right.
And let's see, 20 north and 38 to the east.
Doesn't look terrible to count, but he already has the princess, so he probably won't bother with that. Spirit's finding a couple caves here. And it's the grave.
And Lord of the Synth purchasing another couple of keys. And let's see if the... Oh, we got some bucks here up top. A magic key and cursed belt. We're running out of, running low on places to find these search items, as Highspirits taking out a red dragon. That's going to get him to level 12.
Yeah, so both runners now on the same level. Oh, but the Wolf Lord sends him home.
Oh, Wraith Knight.
Meanwhile, Lord...
Dragon Lord Breath, and ooh.
Yeah, Lord over here just roasting on an open fire. Yeah, there's up to noted. Highspirits opting not to dive down to the grave. Could be a good decision, could save some time, or it could come back to bite him. He finds Hawksness. Oh, it immediately gets roasted by a Druin, but he does survive.
Alright. Giving a lot of spoilers out there, McGrew.
Oh, am I ahead of stream there?
You are quite ahead of stream. Yeah, as we see the metal scorpion that Highspirits has found in Hawksness. And gets hit with Dragonlord Breath by a Druin, runs away. Able to heal more back up.
Ta-da.
Taking out a Demon Knight and going up to level 13. Let's see, Goldman with Sleep, it looks like. And pretty hard hitting. And Lord of the Synth up to level 14.
Highspirits finding the Fairy Flute. how far ahead of stream am I?
At this point, a couple seconds. I mean, at least a couple of seconds ahead of what I'm seeing here, and well ahead of 12. Okay, yeah, 1 to 2 seconds says chat here.
All right.
Lordofthesynth is now in the tablet cave and is going to find some cash.
He finds Remolder. Highspirits, that is. And there's that silver shield, which I don't think he's picked up yet. So he does. Yeah, so there's a decent chance the harp where the stones are in Rimeldar. Running pretty low in chests at this point. And it's the death necklace. So, still looking for those items.
Okay, now I'm just seeing it's the death necklace.
7 seconds ahead. How in the world am I doing that?
Simply, you created this. You know everything before it happens.
Yeah,
As
apparently.
Lordofthesynth finds Erdrick's armor.
My clairvoyance is
Unheralded.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Ryu, our restreamer, noting that you're even ahead of him, and he's the one doing the restreaming. The Lordofthesynth already with Erdrick's armor and Erdrick's token. As Highspirits is going to get up to level 13 after taking out a Stone Man for 214 experience. So doing a decent job of closing the experience gap is Highspirits.
Yeah, they're pretty close here. He's not very far behind at all.
Just a matter of finding the right enemies.
Yeah, Highspirits does have the second best time in the vanilla version of this game on the non-manipulated category.
And amazing Ampharos noting that Lordofthesynth knows he can skip Hawksness if he wants to, because he knows that Hawksness would have potentially either the flute or nothing. As Highspirits getting up to level 14. Only about a 4-minute gap from in terms of experience. Highspirits getting to level 14, 4 minutes ahead or behind Lordofthesynth. And yeah, the Erdrick's armor was on the overworld. Now that we're 34 minutes in, it's about a good time as any to give a little bit of an overview. So the seed opened up pretty early on with having returned to start off with and utilizing that magic key along with some gold in the treasury or in the throne room to open up the treasury after buying some more keys, and that's where Erdrick's sword was. So that allowed for the offense to come a little early.
As Highspirits finds Garenham. So maybe the stones or the harp are here.
Already, wow, attack 129 at level 15. but High Spirits finding Garanham might be able to get a little bit of an exploration advantage if some of those key items are there. And Lord of the Synth having a little trouble with a Wraith who is constantly casting Hurt More.
And he finds Garanham.
Well, depending on what's here, so much for that advantage. Bordering on a virtual high five. And we've got some big bucks. The Silver Harp. And the Stones of Sunlight.
Yep, so jackpot for High Spirits there, and
Wow.
also Lord in just a moment.
Yeah, Lord of the Synth checking the shop. Not really sure why, since he has the best everything weapon and armor-wise. And maybe a bit of a miskey there as he left the town.
Yep, the jerk in the back of Garanham, so they'll be keeping that in mind for a while. And High Spirits going to trade in his Silver Harp for the staff.
And searching the stairs is Lord of the Synth. I know I've done that more than a time or two. And Ryu noting in chat that High Spirits knows where the Staff of Rain is as he's already acquired it, where Lord of the Synth doesn't, which is still an advantage. And Lord of the Synth noping right on out of Hawksness.
Yep, no interest. He already has everything he needs to search for. Not interested in the Fairy Flute since the golems just run away immediately. Yes, speaking of Go Mode AA, they are very close to it. As Lord gets another level there. Put him up to level 16, in which case he should have 88 strength. And immediately, another level, putting him up to 91 strength right now. 114 MP, 108 HP, and looks like agility about 66. So his agility is still very low, but everything else is pretty much go mode.
Yeah, pretty generous as far as everything pretty much in the early going, and Ryu noting that he's proud. He'll gladly take credit for rolling this one. And High Spirits has found Cantlin, so he's going to get the coordinates, which he knows will have Erdrick's armor. And that could, in fact, put High Spirits in the lead, as he'll be pretty much ready to go.
Yep. Although he has to count this out because he doesn't have the princess.
Good point. And Lord of the Synth, while in Rimeldar, realizing, oh, yeah, I need to buy some keys.
Yep, kind of missed that he used them all. Good thing he noticed it now.
So yeah, this count, as long as it's not too arduous, although Highspirits has certainly done more than his fair share of coordinate counting sans Princess.
Yeah, he shouldn't have much trouble with it.
So that not only will save time in terms of having to go through the swamp cave to get the princess, but at the end of the game, those roughly 10 to 15 seconds of the princess giving her spiel at the very end could also come into play.
Yep, and there's also the, well, they may not need it, but the advantage of knowing where the next level is.
Well, Highspirits has picked up Erdrick's armor, and he is making a beeline to Garenham.
Yep, looks like he is going to rest up, and not sure if he's ready to dive yet. He may be. But he's going to go get the rainbow drop, looks like.
And Lord of the Synth still exploring.
Yeah, he's still looking for the staffs. He doesn't have that yet.
So at the 42-minute mark, Highspirits is the first to get the rainbow drop.
Okay, yeah, and it looks like Highspirits is going to grind a little bit. Doesn't think he's quite ready, which I agree with him. But he is very close.
Ooh, Lord of the Synth enduring a Kaishin Negata, the excellent move, critical hit that was dodged.
Yep, gotta love those.
I know it's usually a Kaishin no Ichigeki, but in this case, since it was blocked, I go dodged, I go Kaishin Negata.
Yeah, gotta love that 1 in 2 to the 11th chance of that happening.
And Highspirits is now up to level 15 and says, not quite yet.
Yep, not quite happy with those stats. And so he immediately will get 16. There he goes. Because we know those were very close together. And it looks like he might be in go mode.
130 and 83 attack, and I mean the defense is a little low.
And there he goes, hitting level 17. So I think he is ready to go. So looks like we'll get to see shortly whether Dragon Lord has something nasty in store for them.
And Lord of the Synth just moments away. Gonna check these 2 caves.
First he's going to drop in 6 Town for a second.
One step away, here's the Wolf Lord, which we've seen has caused havoc throughout this seed. And he's just going to go after it for 4 experience and 222 gold. So about an 8-minute differential of Highspirits acquiring the Staff of Rain versus Lord of the Synth. And Highspirits is going to be the first to enter Charlotte Castle. And Lord of the Synth smashing that magician into 131 pieces. And the Rogue Scorpion's not hitting for much, given 104 experience. I'm not sure if Lord of the Synth is trying to fight his way up to level 18. But his best bet here would be to just try to maybe cast Repel and just book it to Garanham to get that rainbow drop.
Yeah, because he is ready to go. I don't believe he needs any more levels.
Well, he gets one here anyway. He's up to level 18.
Well, that'll give him a little better chance if Dragon Lord's nasty.
Oh, we've got Magidrakes. Highspirit's going to use a torch. And up to NG noting that, yeah, it's hard to tell if the statistics are enough given how Chaos works. And Lord of the Synth with a bit of a keying error and walking out of the town before getting to the jerk. That rainbow drop cave.
But he goes in, grabs his drop.
Real troublesome.
Yeah, definitely giving Highspirits some problems here. As the Golem decides he's not going to run away this time. He's had enough.
Oh, and the Golem has sleep. Doesn't hit very hard, though.
Yeah, that low strength being the reason he was running away so much.
And another level.
Yeah, so he's up to level 19 now. His agility's still a little low, but not too bad. 78.
And maybe that is what Lord of the Synth is thinking, is that, all right, I'm going to need to get my agility up before I go into Charlock. But as noted, even though the experience differential has widened, Highspirits already pretty well into Charlock.
Yeah, if Highspirits is successful with this dive, then Lord will not have a chance.
And Blue Dragons with Dragon Lord Breath. And Highspirits just going to sleep run.
Yep, probably the best strategy there. No need to fight them here. He knows he has, well, he believes he has enough to take on Dragon Lord. Ooh, and Lord puts on the death necklace.
I have a hunch that wasn't intentional. We'll see how that comes into play. I didn't see what his hit point totals were. If this...
Yeah, not enough. He's not going to be able to beat Dragon Lord like this, I don't think.
Oh, he only has 88 after putting on the death necklace. And that could be the crucial factor. As Highspirits already on the bottom level of Charlock.
So he's getting out of there, and he's going to go find Breckenary, looks like. Very costly miscue by Lord there. the only choice at this point is to either go get uncursed or get a couple levels.
An E-Tap, yeah, Brecconary was not too far from the Garen's Grave and just above it, the Staff of Rain Cave toward the northeast.
Although I know Highspirits has seen it, but I'm not sure about Lord if he's seen Brecconary or not. Okay,
Actually,
he
there
goes right to it.
Lord is right there.
Yeah, he goes right to it, so he knew where it was. Gonna go get uncursed. Go back, try it again. So he will no longer have the Death Necklace option should he need it.
Although, given the low hit points of this seed, have a strange hunch that's not going to necessarily be the case. And a Golem is the Guardian, and he runs away. It's my day off.
Dragonlord really needs better guards.
And DW Edit, no, the Death Necklace cannot be reobtained. I don't believe.
No, it cannot. Once you get it once, that is it.
So Dragonlord won with a lot of hit points, but only casting Hurt. Not sure how strong it is. It only cast Hurt on 3 occasions, and Highspirits is on Dragonlord 2. Is immediately going to cast Stop Spell because, well, the added twist here is that the Dragonlord can cast either Sleep or Heal, and as opposed to the vanilla version of the game where he has 130 hit points and the standard randomizer where it's a range of 150 to 165, here it could be as low as 100 hit points or as high as 230.
Yeah, but I don't think Stop Spell landed, did it?
I don't believe it did.
So if it turns out, looks like he doesn't have Sleep, but if he turns out to have Heal, that could be a problem. He's not hitting him hard enough to overpower that. And taking a lot of damage from physicals with that low agility.
Hitting pretty much as hard as a Dragonlord Breath.
Yep. So very little chance for double attacks here.
And now down to 5, now only 4 heal mores.
Yep, this is not looking good so far. But he could go down at any point.
Yeah, we're over that 100 hit point mark. So the next strike could be the last.
As he uses his last heal more, here we go.
Final heal more coming. 2, maybe 3 more attacks.
Oh, and he does not do it. So Highspirits going back to the castle, giving giving Lord the advantage here. Keep thinking Ryu's racing.
No, he just pulled off. He just pulled off this seed.
Sports FA noting Highspirits did 169 damage, not enough. But it looks like he's going to immediately dive again. Lord having a bit of trouble with this blue dragon, only it's not hitting very hard. And the blue dragon runs away, so got lucky there, it didn't breathe on him.
So we know that Dragonlord 2 has anywhere between 170 and 230 hit points, just on the fact that Highspirits' first attempt got up to 169 and wasn't quite there. And Smashy noting that either there isn't a heal, or if the heal is cast, it's near the max HP.
And these blue dragons just giving Lord a heck of a time. Mostly slowing him up more than anything else, because they're not breathing fire on him. And just as I say that, there goes fire breath.
Highspirits up to level 18.
That may give him a little better chance.
But Lord of the Synth on that bottom level of Sharlock.
Yeah, he's at level 19, so we'll see if he can take down Dragon Lord. It's his race to lose now.
Has been for almost 10 minutes now.
Yeah, although he's been mostly running in Sharlock, so he hasn't been fighting much. We don't know exactly how far he is away from level 20.
Plus, there was the shenanigans of having to uncurse himself following erroneously putting on the death necklace when intending to use the rainbow drop to exit Sharlock Castle.
Level 19 was about 8 power, so not a huge, but a pretty decent, pretty significant power boost.
And Lord of the Synth going to find a golem. Going to swing at him. And here comes the sleep. Opting not to run like he did before. So now just being a pest in a sense. Golems on both sides. But able to get through. Lord of the Synth going to use an herb. And is going to talk to the Dragon Lord. Decline his offer of half the world. Be called a fool. And here's Lord of the Synth's turn at it. Double 62s takes out Dragon Lord 1, two-shotting him. Oh, and a back attack. Well, let's see what that added difference does here.
So he's still not hitting Dragon Lord for too much.
Up to 27. Ooh, and a low roll of 12. That's 39. Opting to go for it there on 49. He's up to 54. $65. Still has 9 heal mores, though.
That's how Spirits approaching Dragon Lord also now.
Up to 75 so far. Oh, and a big 20 hit for 95. Now we're getting some of the high rolls. 18.
Still plenty of MP here, so he might have a chance.
Meanwhile, Highspirits is also on Dragon Lord 1. Oh, this is down to the wire as we approach the hour mark. Synth up to 150, down to 3 heal mores.
Oh, and there comes the heal.
Oh, and he's got heal. Oh, no. Both of our racers on the Dragon Lord, Highspirits not yet knowing that heal is in play. Lord of the Synth getting those high rolls of 20 and realizes, oh, I got to waste a heal more to cast Stop Spell, and it doesn't hit.
Ooh, this is a problem.
So he's out of heal mores. He's going to hit another Stop Spell, and he hits it, but will it be too little too late?
Let's go. Oh, here you go.
Oh, wow. Lord of the Synth not quite able to do it, so this opens the door for Highspirits.
Wow, just not quite enough.
But Lord of the Synth now with the knowledge, knowing that he'll have to hit that Stop Spell early on. I don't believe Highspirits attempted to.
I think he saw it miss the last time and hasn't tried it again, but he may when he sees that heal.
The Lord of the Synth now making his way back into Sharlock. But Highspirits only down to 2 heal mores.
Yep, although he does have 2 MP to burn if he tries to stop spell.
Oh, and Highspirits just got the bad news of heal.
And
He
stop spell
immediately goes
lands.
for Stop Spell, and it hits. But now he's going to use his last heal more. So heal ends up getting blocked. He's got a couple more swipes. Last attack, and he does it! Highspirits coming back to take the victory here in our opening round of the bracket stage of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Chaos Tournament. Unbelievable. Anybody's race up to the end, but ladies and gentlemen, get out your GGs for Highspirits, who is going to win this with an official SRL time of 63 minutes and 1 second.
Wow, what a finish there.
And I believe Lord of the Synth pausing just to look over and see the bad news. Just back and forth all the way. Highspirits falling early to Dragon Lord. Lord of the Synth getting all the way there and finding out at the last minute that the Dragon Lord 2 had heal, was able to hit Stop Spell, but only had 1 heal more left. Ended up falling to Dragon Lord 2. Highspirits came in. He had just enough MP to be able to cast. He had 1 shot at Stop Spell, hit it, had 1 last heal more, and on the last strike before he would have otherwise expired, Highspirits was able to take out Dragon Lord 2 and is going to advance here in the tournament. And I believe we have Highspirits here in the chat. Congratulations, GG, and wow, it was very, very close back and forth between the two of you.
Looks like we both died on Dragon Lord, huh?
That is absolutely correct. And it pretty much similar situations. It was just his last attack wasn't quite enough. Your last attack couldn't get any closer than that, and you were just able to take him out just upon finding out that Dragonlord 2 had heal.
Yeah, I saw at the end when he started healing. I'm like, okay, I have 10 magic left. I can waste one stop spell. After that, I just got to try to Zerg him. So luckily, I hit that stop spell and was barely able to get the damage. Because I rolled like all 10s after I got the stop spell. I was like, oh, there goes my crap damage rolls right at the end.
Yeah, we saw after your first run that we knew he had at least 169 HP, and it wasn't too far after that, maybe one or two attacks. Once Lord of the Synth got there, I believe it was around the 180 mark that he started hitting heal. But by that point, Lord had used most of his resources up.
Yeah, the first time I did 175 damage to him. The second time I was at 191 or 201 when he cast heal on me. So I figure he is definitely over 200. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was 208.
Oh man, I was so close to not seeing you. Man, those Magidrakies are vicious. I didn't see him the second trip, thank goodness.
Yeah, they were really one of the few vicious, I mean, at least early on, taking a look at things, the early experience advantage went to Lord of the Synth. He was able to take out, I believe it was a Magician, about 5.5 minutes in, and that vaulted him up to level 4. And he was able to get things going from there. It took you about 5 minutes beyond that point, and you were kind of going about it the hard way, hitting things like a Star Wyvern for 10. What else was there? A Spectre for 34.
Well, the Spectre is what got me was the noodle. The problem was I didn't find him until like 11 or 12 minutes in. The only thing I found that gave experience was the Star Wyvern, because the first time I came across an enchanter, it hit me for 51. So I was like, no, I'm not going to fight him.
Yeah, I think Lord of the Synth, he just took one swipe, and that was enough to take out the Magician, and with him giving 193 experience.
Magician. Sorry, Magician, I was thinking of something else. I'm tired, leave me alone.
I mean, you run Dragon Quest 1 through 9, so it's easy to get some of those enemies confused from different games.
Not to mention when there's 3 of them in this game alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Magician, the Warlock, and the Wizard. So yeah, but no, that was kind of what got it going there. Hey
Ryu, I saw the name tag on that Magician. Okay, I swear it said Tim. Oh, I said that before you said anything, McGrew. You don't get credit for that.
I was typing at the same time you said it.
Tie goes to the talker in this case, or tie goes to the runner, as they say in baseball.
Yeah, you can have it.
There we go. Lord of the Synth making his way back down, and the Golem instantly running away this time. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Golem was nice to see. The Goldmen were not. Goldmen, they didn't do any damage to you, but man, I just decided to start attacking them because I was like, I'm not going to try to run from these things. They're going to sleep me and do 10 damage in 5 turns, and I'll finally kill him.
Well, they were both, the Goldmen and the Golems were being very pesky with the sleep spell.
Yeah, good thing both of them had probably like 50 attack power combined between them. Yeah, ooh, did the Dragonlord actually hit Synth? I never saw the Dragonlord 1 attack me, so I was afraid he was going to hit for like 50, but I never got to see it.
No, neither did we.
I think he just hit him for,
until now,
like 50 something.
Yeah, Dragonlord 1 had 248 strength, so he hits pretty hard.
Good thing he never uses it.
Yeah, lucky for you.
And Lord of the Synth immediately starting off, and first one was, or first cast stop spell hit. So now it should be, barring a keying error, academic. And
Wait, did you see that first Dragonlord on me? I counted the damage. Every melee did in the 40s except for one that did 38. I was like, oh my goodness, my max is only 49 damage. Why is he hitting me for 41 every turn?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Luck of the draw, man. Luck of the draw.
He just had it out for you.
So Lord of the Synth had an early exploration advantage. He was able to find the token and the armor early on, about a 10-minute difference between when he had gotten it and when you had gotten it. But I think one of the key turning points in the game, we'll ask him when he comes in here, I'm presuming it was a keying error, but when he went to use the rainbow drop to get into Sharlock, he accidentally put on the death necklace.
Oh.
So he ended up having to, and he went in and initially thought, all right, maybe I can, but then saw that he only had a max of 89 HP with the death necklace on, and he ended up having to quick leave Sharlock, walk over to Breckenary, which thankfully was pretty close by, get uncursed, and then go back in, but that couple of minutes could very well have made the difference.
Oops. Yeah, those things do happen on occasion. Yeah, I felt like I was behind horribly because it took me so long. I had the sword, I was hitting everything hard, but nothing I was hitting was dying, even when I was doing like 40 damage to it. It's like, I just can't find anything to... Then I find this droll and I start beating on him for a while, and it's like, I find out later in the game he has like 70 health. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's a good thing I didn't try to farm him at the beginning.
And McGrew giving the inside track. Dragon Lord 2's stop spell resistance was 14 out of 16.
Wow, we got lucky. Wow, did we get lucky?
Really lucky with it.
Because it was second try for me. I failed the first attempt, and then the second attempt when I saw a heal, I tried it once and it worked. So, dang, we had some luck on our side.
Yeah, about a 12.5% chance of hitting it, and you both were able to here. And oh no, Lord of the Synth not able to take out DL2. No. And in comes the forfeit at the 71-minute and change mark. We'll certainly see what to find out, what exactly had occurred. But I think it was just low running out of MP looks to have been what did it here.
Yeah, the only reason I killed him on my second attempt is because I got like 3 rounds of double attacks because he decided to start being nice to me. So so he actually was kind to me.
Definitely. So yeah, a great game all the way across for everyone. It was extremely close. Could have gone either way. And we're waiting to hear from Lord of the Synth in just a matter of moments here. In the meanwhile, want to let you know, don't forget, because we're just a little over a week away, starting a week from tomorrow, Friday, March 23rd, through Saturday, March 31st, it's the Randomania Marathon. An entire week, roughly 170 straight hours of streamed randomized games, including The Legend of Zelda and Dragon Warrior, including Highspirits, going to be featured in a couple of those. Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Mega Man, Super Mario Bros., Secret of Mana, and a whole bunch more. Make sure to check out the full schedule at hararo.org, and I'll put that link up in chat in just a second. Yes, hararo.org/randomania/2018. And also, well, make sure to check out the Randomania networks over the next few days for more of the Pokemon Crystal Cinco Bingo Tournament, which you'd seen prior to us coming on here. As well as this Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, it'll be the 10-seeded Z-Man against the 7-seed Tie-Dye guy here in the Scorpion Stepladder round of Dragon Warrior Randomizer Chaos Tournament. And I believe we have Lord of the Synth in chat with us. Lord of the Synth.
Good game, guys.
Yeah, great game.
Man.
So close. I get the feeling it was.
You were absolutely right. It could have gone either way. I mean,
had I not accidentally put on the death necklace while trying to use the rainbow drop, maybe I would have won.
That certainly was a factor.
Oops.
I mean, there was that. As far as everything else, I mean, you did have the early experience advantage that pretty much ran throughout the entire race, getting that magician about 5.5 minutes in and vaulting you to level
Yeah.
4.
Something's going to give me 200 experience right out of the gate. I'm going to grind until the levels stop coming fast.
I think it was that, and slimes were pretty plentiful in the early going as well.
Yes.
234.
Yes, there were a lot of good experience enemies in this scene.
And there were also a lot of not so good enemies, and early on, that was kind of what Highspirits had run into. While you were taking out magicians and slimes, he was hitting star wyverns for 10 experience.
5 experience!
34.
Oh man, that's garbage.
I
It
think
took me like 12 minutes
eventually
to
the
find the
Wolf Lord
Spectre.
for 4.
Yeah, I was angry when I got my first Wolf Lord because they'd been killing me early on.
I never killed a Wolf Lord. Every time they annihilated me when I saw him.
Yeah, Lord of the Synth finally got one, and it gave 4 experience and 222 gold.
Yeah, I got to it. I finally started killing him when I got hurt more.
Which came pretty late on, from what I recall. Somewhere in the
It was like level 13, I think.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. I think I used it like twice the entire run. Because I was just like, because I was like, when I finally got out and started searching, I found everything really fast. So like, I pretty much had everything, but I needed several levels. Like I was level 14 or something, and I had everything. So I was like, you know, and if some of those levels came really fast, so I just went to my grind spot over in the hills to the west of Tentagal, where the demon knights and magicians were, and rocketed up levels there. So I used it like 2 or 3 times the entire seed.
I think the other factor that may have come into play, as Lord of the Synth noting that it was, it was really close. The only other factor I think was that Lord of the Synth, it took you a little while longer to find the Staff of Rain Cave, and that was something that
Yes.
Highspirits had found pretty early on.
So I went north and then basically clockwise around the map. So I didn't find a town for a while, and I was kind of worried. It's like I haven't found any of the key items. I was looking good for getting ready to dive into Sharlock in the next like 10 or 15 minutes, but I hadn't found any of the items yet. And then as I came down and around and back up to Breckenary, I picked them all up along the way. I did at least have everything by the time I got to Hawksness, so I could skip it because I knew it was the flute. And I skipped the grave entirely because I had everything by then.
Yeah, I went into the grave early because it was one of the first ones that I found, and I did the first 3 chests. I'm like, I don't have outside. This isn't far away from the town. I'm just gonna walk out, and if I happen to have to go down there, I'll do it when I have the outside spell.
Yeah, nice. So did you explore the other end of Swamp Cave? Because I did not.
Nothing.
I did not. So going into Sharlock, I'm like, I've got to be ahead if Highspirits decided he was going to explore the other end of the tunnel.
It was small, anyways. I searched it all in maybe a minute and a half, and that was with encounters, and it was it was a small stretch of nothing, is what it was.
Okay, so it wasn't a huge time sink.
Yeah, very tiny island. It happened so quickly, I must have missed it along the way. I didn't even see that you had explored the other side of the Swamp Cave.
So I went down into Swamp Cave. I wanted to. I was strong enough to at least check the Guardian, and have a go at getting it. And it was a golem, and it ran away. So I got the princess for free.
Oh, that's your problem. You went and you got hitched. Man, that's first you got hitched, and then you put on the necklace of love, and well, you had your life squeezed out of you.
The death necklace and the rainbow drop were right next to each other in the menu, and I went one too far. But Sharlock was close to Breckenary, so basically that cost me like a minute and a half.
Yeah, I walked into Breckenary, went to the shop. I'm like, let's see, 11,000, high thousands. Yep, crap, Breckenary again.
Yeah, I had all the I had all the best stuff, so I didn't bother checking the shop.
Well, that was the first town I found, because I only found Breckenary, and then I found like the 2 caves, the Staff of Rain Cave and the Grave, and then like it took me a long time to find anything, and then I found like literally every other town in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were
and
kind
then I
of
went the wrong way to the first couple of tries.
they were kind of clustered together. I found call first. I think that was about 25 minutes in, because I did some early grinding and just decided I was going to go through Mountain Cave and just get it out of the way. And I died once and had to come back and go back down.
And the mountain cave was good for just herbs, if nothing else. Yeah, it was about. I have you here at around the 22:45 mark, getting Erdrick's token in coal. So yeah, about 22 and a half minutes in is when you'd gotten there, as opposed to about 16 minutes later was when Highspirits had gotten the token from Cole.
There's a lot of herbs in that cave. I think there was only 2 different items in that cave. I forgot. It was herbs and wings.
I think it was just herbs and gold.
No,
Three
wings,
herbs
actually.
Wings.
Gold.
Yeah, there was one thing of gold, yeah. There's a lot of wings and herbs.
One.
Well,
Yeah, but that
GG, man. Good race.
Yeah, good race.
Sounds like it was back and forth. Sounds like I was in the lead, then I died, then you took it, and then you died, then I got back and I made it. And
Yeah.
sounds like it was just literally back and forth at the end.
Yeah, no, that was a great race. Man, I could have taken it.
It could have gone either way, and it was a nail biter from the hour mark on. Those, or well, maybe even a little, yeah, making it a little too close here, but yeah, I mean, from about 55 minutes on, it was back and forth. It was down to the wire all the way. But now, Highspirits, you'll be advancing to the I'm calling it the Erdrick 8, but the Axe Knight round, the quarterfinals of the tournament. You'll be next taking on Janice.
I guess give a quick word about him. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Oh man.
I said it was gonna be a quick word.
Yeah, no, that's 2 quick words, in fact. That'll be coming up. I believe that's going to be set up the week after the Randomania Marathon. So that'll be the first week of April that the quarterfinal matches will be going on.
Yay, I get to do it from Germany. Because I'll be out of the country.
Oh.
Oh, I'm still going to do it. Don't worry.
That was that for German Speedenhausen.
Yeah, it's for the little get-together with my with the Moon Bros, my online clique. So, but we're going to be streaming all week, so I'll have my laptop set up and I'll be playing too.
Oh, fantastic. And prost once you get out there.
Hopefully it's not at like 4 a.m. over there, though. Oof. Might have to ask him to do a little earlier in the day.
Oh, yeah, because I'm thinking about it. I believe it's a 6-hour time difference between Germany and the East Coast.
Well, we just had daylight savings. I don't know. I think daylight
So maybe
savings
it's
is going
only
to
5.
happen
Oh, yeah,
over
we
there.
just sprung forward, so I guess it'd be 5 hours.
But I think theirs is at the end of the month, so it'll probably be 6 hours, yeah.
Something along those lines. So yeah, so I was gonna say 9 Eastern here would be 3 in the morning there. So we definitely don't want to do that. Maybe it'll have to be one of those weekend afternoon type things. But we'll see. You'll collaborate with Janice on that and be able to get something together. Meanwhile, here as far as the tournament, we've got 2 more Scorpion Stepladder matches coming your way. The next of the 2 that are still coming your way will be Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. It'll be Z-Man against the Tie-Dye Guy, and we'll be looking forward to bringing that to you here. And Reasation having some fun bringing the Drogon Lord out into the mix.
Ah, man, that thing just creeps me out for some weird visceral reason.
Why do you think it's on my layout right now?
Oh,
I know.
mercy.
I guess my parting thought for this is my goal for this tournament was simply not to go 0-3. So I'm disappointed to have lost, but I'm happy I made the bracket
Yeah, exactly. You went 2-1 to get into it, and
made it close.
made it extremely close. You've had a couple of nail biters. I mean that second round match against Amazing Toaster, which was a 15-second differential. I mean that.
Yeah.
So I mean you've definitely kept it close, win or lose. So yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in terms of your performance here.
Me, I'm just glad that I broke my streak too, because usually every tournament I'm in, I win the first 2 games and then lose the next 2. So nice to finally beat that streak.
Well, GG Highspirits, since you beat me, I want you to go ahead and win it all. You have my permission.
Okay. Just because you said I could, that's the only reason I will.
Ah, yes, the fun times all around here. Well, I believe that is going to just about do it. Make sure to give our two runners a follow here, Highspirits and Lord of the Synth. Also want to thank behind the scenes our restreamer Ryusation, who he's got a little time to set things up as he's already got his quarterfinal match set. He'll be taking on the 4-seeded Angry Larry. That'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. Also want to thank Dude, who is our tracker for the race here tonight. And also, well, got to thank the Doctor of the Dragon Lord himself, McGrew, the one who created this whole Dragon Warrior randomizer thing. Make sure to give him a follow. And for everyone else here, I'm Ferran Burgundy, saying until next time, may your moves be excellent and your seeds stay classy. Good night, everyone.